It's a daily update on Bama sports, and it's brought to you by CB&S Bank, with locations across Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Bank anywhere, anytime, with digital solutions from CB&S Bank. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Alabama men's basketball improved to 3-0 on the season with a 73-68 win over South Alabama on Tuesday. Head coach Nate Oates met with the media after the win.
We turned it over more than them. We're just fortunate we made a few more shots than them, but I give our guys a little bit of credit there in the middle of the second half. They kind of got it together, got some stops, made a run, did what they needed to. You know, we've got to get our defense picked up. But tonight our offense really struggled too. You know, like last game our offense was pretty good, and we struggled that way tonight a little bit. So we got plenty of work to do on both sides of the ball here before Oakland on Friday.
I'll have more in a moment.
Go, go, go. That's life. And at CB&S Bank, we help you keep up. We're redesigning financial freedom with the most sophisticated digital products. Check balances, pay bills, transfer funds, manage your card, and even deposit checks from wherever you are. Make purchases using your CB&S Bank debit card through your mobile device with Mobile Wallet in participating stores and restaurants. Learn more at cbsbank.com. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for information. Member FDIC.
Join us tonight for Hey Coach and the Nick Saban Show live from Baumhauer's Victory Grill at 6:30 p.m. Central. Eli Gold hosts, and tonight he'll cover the latest in Alabama athletics, plus visit with head coach Nick Saban. Hey Coach is available to listen to across the network, will be streamed live on our Facebook page, and will also be available on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by CB&S Bank. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Up 15, dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. How about that?
You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again.
Alabama again, the champions of college football.
The loser kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown straight. Alabama back on top. Back to the end zone. Touchdown. Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship.
National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with a record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
Well, I think we're playing a really good team that has a trademark of playing with great intangibles, great toughness, give great effort, hit you in the mouth every chance they get. I think we need to have the right mindset in playing in a game like this. I think we need to have the right mindset in preparation and practice, how we practice, how physical we need to be in terms of how we need to play in a game like this. So, and that's everybody's choice. If you don't have that choice, you need to change the way you think, because that's the kind of game this is going to be. So, we're excited about playing at home, but we're also being excited about how we prepare, how we play, how we practice, the things we need to do to get ready to play a tough team and a good opponent in the SEC. So, that's kind of where we're at. Their front is really, really good. They're active, they're physical, they're hard to block. They do a good job of rushing. They do a great job of executing the defense. He's physical, hard to block. They play, a 3-down scheme a lot. it's challenging for those guys to be able to put enough pressure on the passer as well as stop the run, and they do a really good job, and he's a big key to it. Yesterday was okay. Today we got a lot of guys that had the poor me's, whatever that means. So, get into your feelings and you don't do things the way you need to do them to have success. And when you get that way, you don't create good habits, and that's not a good thing. It's not something that we can accept, and it's something we got to do a better job of.
All right, Coach Saban and his weekly, or not weekly, but daily press conference, and talking about the game coming up against Arkansas, the poor me's, and talked about the right mindset, having the right mindset going into practice, and they need to have physical practices this week throughout the week in order to be ready for the physicality you're going to get in a game like you get against Arkansas. Ted is coughing in the background, so pay no attention to him.
Our show mascot.
Yeah, make sure it's not Lars or Matt. This is the one coughing in the background. All right, so Coach Saban talking about just the mindset of the practice. It sounded like he wasn't really happy with the way things have been throughout the week. Wants to kind of get guys moving in the right direction. I know there's been some flu going throughout the team. So there's been some of those issues and obstacles they've had to deal with. So we'll get into all that and much more. We'll look ahead at some of the big matchups this weekend as well throughout college football. When it comes to our presenting sponsor, Topgolf, don't forget Topgolf for Birmingham. Great people. Mark Grenier does a terrific job. You'll love it. If you've never been out to Topgolf for Birmingham, you're going to absolutely love knowing the restaurant, the food, the drinks, just the atmosphere. We call it the bowling of this generation, but go see and check out Mark Grenier, Topgolf in Birmingham. They do a great job for you. Also, we're driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford, Anderson. Go see Tony Russell and all the great folks there at Sunny King Ford. All right, we got Lars Anderson. We got Matt Coulter. We've also got Chris Walsh down at our flagship station, Tide 100.9 FM in Tuscaloosa. A lot of you watching us on BamaInsider as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share throughout the day. And also, your comments are welcome. But let's go down to Tuscaloosa first. Welcome in, Chris. Chris, hope you're having a great Thursday, man. And looks like the temperature's falling as we speak. As normally, it warms up throughout this time of day. The weather about to get a little chilly throughout the state of Alabama.
I guess. Sports, not weather.
My bad. You're not a James fan. My bad.
No, I'm just teasing. Yeah, kind of a cruddy day, but I hope everyone is doing well, and you're getting that Thanksgiving vibe kind of going.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I mean, I'm just.
I know,
Ted is like having a.
We've gone from the dog coughing here, Chris, to asking you about the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Chris, just give us your quick analysis of what Alabama needs to do to meet. I think a good Arkansas team. They're obviously ranked. And what are you going to be looking for in terms of position groups and improvement? Are you going to be looking, at the running back position? Is Trey Sanders going to emerge as that second back? You're going to be looking at the offensive line and what different combinations Coach Saban decides to use. What areas are you really going to be keeping an eye on?
It's hard for me to say the running backs because they don't really have any. So, but I am going to be watching to see how the running game does in this one, especially since it struggled so much against, LSU a couple weeks ago. I think they'll be better. What's going to be the offensive line combination that we're going to see this week? Because obviously they've had to have Chris Owens kind of practicing at a couple different spots. Is it going to be a right tackle? Is it going to be at center? And just finding some continuity there, I think, is going to be crucial. I thought it was interesting in New Mexico State. They made a point to make sure that both tight ends get a touchdown, receiving touchdown. Really trying to get those guys going again. And let's see, our defensively, I think that they've looked pretty good. It's just if they don't have any breakdowns, they're as good as any defense in the country. It's just they get that one or two breakdowns a game, and it usually ends up leading to points for the opposition. So I guess I'm just going to say attention to detail on that side of the ball.
I'd like to think after 15 years, we might have a pretty decent read on Nick Saban. But when he addressed the media yesterday and was openly critical about his team and practice, for the first time that I can remember this year, he has heaped praise and not been critical. It's been the exact opposite. I read that as things are going up, not down. How do you see that?
I think it's just kind of disappointing that we've gotten to this point of the season. It's where Alabama is and where Alabama wants to go. It's a brutal 3-game stretch. 3 ranked opponents. Got to beat Arkansas, get to the SEC, clinch a spot, SEC championship. Got to play your biggest rival, Auburn at Auburn, and then probably number 1 Georgia in the SEC championship game. It's one of two things. Either we're still having some of the problems that we had earlier this season, or he is trying to get just that little extra out of the team because he knows what's coming. And maybe that some of the players don't quite get that yet. It's with three straight ranked opponents is, to me, about the toughest thing you can do in college football. And I don't really care where the location is of the games. Just when you're facing that kind of quality talent 3 straight times, it's tough to run the table.
Yeah, and the key is the physicality of these teams. Arkansas,
True.
Auburn's going to be physical all the time, no matter what the teams are each year. That's a hard-fought game. And then Georgia definitely with the defense and the physicality that they play with. You look at some of the guys right now, some of the awards semifinalists came out for the college football awards. The 2 of the guys right now, Will Anderson Jr. has been named semifinalist for the Bronco Nagurski Award, and Evan Neal, the Outland Trophy semifinalist. So the last Nagurski winner, Jonathan Allen, back in 2016, and Allen Trophy may as well have a second home in Tuscaloosa with Saban arrived. But you look at all the different guys who've won it over the years. But again, we're going to have a number of players that'll be up for this award. But here, these are the 2 semifinalists that we know about right now, Chris, and definitely they both have been a huge impact on both sides of football.
Yeah, they have. They really have, and they are both definitely deserving. The Nagurski one in particular is one that Alabama has not had a lot of success with. So, kind of, I'm curious to see how that one goes. Bryce Young is obviously going to be up for some awards. I think Jameson Williams is going to be up, but that's really pretty much going to be it. You're talking about these 4 guys, which is a little bit different from last year, where it seemed like everybody got awards. And I think we figured it out. It was everybody on the starting offense got a major award last year, if you include the tight ends with a Joe Moore, except for John Mechie, who was the only one, which is just, we're never going to see that again. That was incredible.
Well, and that's what you said. We only have a few. I mean, normally a team is hoping for one. Like that's their goal is to get at least one award, or at least be a part of it, be a semifinalist, be named to that particular award. And now we're judging based on just how many they win or how many guys are going to be a part of that. But that's just kind of what we've been used to, seeing those guys perform like that. All right, we got Chris Walsh down at from BamaCentral.com. He's at our flagship station, Tide 100.9 FM. Matt Coulter, Lars Anderson, Bryan Passink is going to join us coming up at the bottom of this hour. So at 12:30, Bryan Passink will join us. We'll talk Alabama basketball with him, get his thoughts on the Crimson Tide as they head into the weekend as well, and much more. Local Realty, one of our great sponsors, Jeremy and Jenna Miller. You hear me talk about them every single day. Great sponsor, great people, and they're committed to helping you, not only when it comes to making money when you sell your home, because they're going to help you out with a flat fee, $2,900 flat fee, up to a $500,000 listing with Local Realty. That's how they do it. So instead of getting that percentage, it's just a flat fee, and it's going to save you thousands of dollars. They've saved millions of people all throughout our listing area and sold thousands of homes over the last few years. They can help you as well. Go to localrealtyflatfee.com, localrealtyflatfee.com for more information on Local Realty.
Have you guys ever heard or perhaps even smoked toad?
No.
I'll tell you about it in a minute. It's kind of funny.
The AVX Studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your wipers are streaking. It might be time for a new set. We've got a great deal to help you get the job done and be ready for the weather ahead. Right now, you can get a $15 AutoZone gift card by mail or email when you buy 2 Bosch and Vision wiper blades. And we've got even more ways to shop. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
It takes 2 vaccines to help protect you this season, the flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at the same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccines.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms could mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I need a tech gift my wife can use at home, the office, or on the road.
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need a gift for the person who has everything. Everything, including a super thoughtful daughter.
Also possible because Staples Connect has the innovative tech gifts your loved ones need to work and learn from anywhere. Like right now, save up to $50 on select Apple AirPods. This holiday, explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 11/20, limit 2 while supplies last.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
The original stuffed crust from Pizza Hut is so cheesy you'll want to eat it backwards. But what if we played this song backwards?
One topping, just $12.99.
No one out-pizzas the Hut. Ask for a limited time offer. Not available in some locations. Exclusions apply. Extra charge for more toppings and extra cheese.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So it's about that time for an oil change? We've got what you need. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge full synthetic or full synthetic high mileage and an STP extended life oil filter for just $31.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The weather turning sharply colder this afternoon. Temperatures will fall into the 40s with lingering clouds. For tonight, becoming clear, the low at 34. For tomorrow and Saturday, sunny both days. The high tomorrow at 59, Saturday's high at 66. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 61 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Phil Mathis has been a leader for your defense too. Just have you learned anything from him in that regard, and what do you think of his leadership skills?
Phil is a phenomenal guy. I mean, he gives the defense so much energy. You know, we all have energy. You know, I have energy, but the energy he brings is a different type of energy for the defense. I mean, he's out there jumping, getting everybody hyped up. You know, he's been in the system longer than any of the guys on defense, so he knows the standard. He knows what to expect, and we all just feed off that because he's seen so much, and he knows what it is like to have a season like this and a season like that. And, you know, when he talks to us all the time, he says, we don't want a season like that. We want a season that's been good, championship season. So we all been feeding off him and his leadership. So it's been great. Just having that veteran defensive lineman here, it's been great. Yes, I'm a young guy, but no, I'm a young guy. I think with experience, I've matured a lot more and been able to move away from that young guy and, you know, have that experience of saying I'm kind of a vet now and help other guys come along. So I think that's where I'm at right now, just moving past that phase, just saying I'm not a young guy anymore.
I know what to expect. I have the experiences, and I can help other people around me now.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the kind of buzz and campaign for you to be in the Heisman conversation, but just what are your thoughts on that? Is that something you even pay attention to?
I'm just focused on getting to a natty, trying to finish these last 2 games strong and getting to the natty. That's all we worry about as a team, all I'm worried about.
All right, welcome back in as we continue live from AVX. And again, Matt Coulter, Lars Anderson, I'm Jay Barker. You're listening to Jay Barker Show live from AVX. And we got some big SEC games coming up this weekend. No, not really. The SEC schedule is not great until you kind of move down into the afternoon. You get a little Florida, Missouri. You get a little Arkansas, Alabama, definitely at 2:30. But then it's Auburn at South Carolina at 6. Vandy at Ole Miss at 6:30, South Alabama at Tennessee at 6:30. Got UL Monroe and LSU. They're at LSU at 8 p.m. Early in the day, it's Charleston Southern at Georgia and Prairie View A&M at Texas A&M. Those both 11 a.m. games. Tennessee State at number 25, Mississippi State. New Mexico State at Kentucky. That's your 11 a.m. start as well. So some early games for the SEC. Not great matchups, but gets a little better starting at 2:30 with Alabama and Arkansas. But I'm more worried about how do you smoke a toad?
This is crazy.
It's a new like Thanksgiving turkey.
Evidently this was once on an episode of The Simpsons. But the reason I'm bringing it up on a sports show is because Mike Tyson claims this turned his life around. There's a certain frog that if you, I guess you dry it and then you smoke it in a bowl. But at one time in his life, he was having very difficult time. And somebody said, here, try this. And he claims it turns his life around. Now, how does the person find out that gets you high? I don't know why I'm looking at you, Lars.
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
Experimentation. He's thinking about Nebraska. Not a lot to do out there. So
I used to say I'll try anything once.
You ever smoke corn?
Corn?
I put it on the grill.
That's right.
If you put them in the shucks and wrap them up and throw them in there, oh my, that's like smoking toad.
I've detasseled corn. Oh, that was a miserable job.
Well, you're a corn husker. You're from Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's misery?
Yes.
What exactly does that entail?
It entails following behind like a combine and throwing in corn and picking it off the stalk and
kind of like tobacco, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not a lot of fun labor.
I've heard.
Hey, here's one game that really interests me, and it's a 11 o'clock kick on ESPN, and that's Wake Forest going to Clemson. Wake Forest, 10th in the country, and they are actually 4.5-point underdogs in this game. What do you think? Do you think Wake Forest can? I wouldn't call it an upset right now. Wake Forest is a good team.
They are good.
And Clemson's still struggling to find its identity. Jay, just do you give Wake? We haven't talked about Wake Forest enough on this show. But
there's a reason.
Yeah, true.
We do during basketball season,
That's
although
right,
they're not very good there anymore.
I mean,
I don't know.
They're having a historic year.
Yeah, but who's their biggest win over right now? I mean,
that's a good question.
Is it Louisville? Is it North Carolina?
Oh,
no, they lost North Carolina, right? 58-50. Yeah, they lost North Carolina. Trying to think.
Yeah, and they blew like a 3-touchdown lead.
I guess
too.
North Carolina State. They were ranked, weren't they, at the time they played them? So they won that game by 3.
Is that it?
That's it.
I mean,
that's the only ranked
not
team.
Eye-popping. Of course, they can't help it if the ACC's weak.
That's right. That's the highest ranked team they played so far.
Yeah. They beat Florida State, but Florida State's terrible. They beat Virginia. Virginia's not that great. Beat Louisville. Louisville not great. Beat Syracuse in overtime. Beat Army. They put up 70 on Army. 70-56. I'm
gonna say Clemson wins this game at Clemson. Dabo needs this. He doesn't need to lose to Wake Forest. That would not look good for the program. And they need this win big time. I think Clemson gets it done.
I think you're probably right.
I do too. I think. And what is Clemson? 7-3. I mean, it's not like they're the worst team in the ACC. And don't they still have an outside shot of playing?
Yeah,
for the title.
They do.
So,
they do. So let's just take a step back for a second. And Chris Walsh, I'll go to you down in Tuscaloosa. What do you think has happened to Clemson this year? Is this indicative of a larger issue, or is this 1 year an aberration for Dabo Swinney? And as you know, I just wrote a book called Dabo's World. Should not have. It came out. It could not have come out at a worse time. Could not have come out at a worse time.
Of Matt Coulter.
Oh my gosh! But Chris, what do you think is going on at Clemson right now?
I think it's probably first and foremost, I think it shows just how hard it is to consistently be at or near the top in college football. You know, I mean, I look across the landscape and I get, people are like, oh, we're so unhappy with our coach. And I'm like, you have one of the best coaches in the country. You got to be kidding me,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that is just people looking at Alabama going, well, we want that. Well, everybody wants that. Come on. It's just not realistic. So with that in mind, I look at Clemson. I think this is kind of just a bump in the road for the most part. I mean, even though they lost I think it was Pitt, and they lost a double overtime game, if I remember right. But, just so they're looking at a 3-loss season. I would be shocked if they lose one of the last 2 games, and then they'll play in one of the top bowl games. I mean, it's just because they're not playing for the national championship doesn't mean that they're not having a bad season. It's just not what they're used to.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they got the quarterback play that they thought they were going to get. And as Jay, you've mentioned several times, like the offensive line doesn't look the same, and just sort of up and down the roster, the starters, they just look like a different team, correct?
They do. I mean, just the look test. Athletes that you normally saw with Clemson. I'm looking at their offense and their defense, looking at their depth charts, and it's junior, sophomore, freshman, junior, freshman, sophomore, junior, sophomore, junior, sophomore, sophomore. I mean, it's a young team on that offense side of the ball. Then on defense, sophomore, junior, sophomore. Is GR graduate assistant or graduate, right? But they're graduate. Yeah, graduated. Okay. Sophomore, junior, freshman, graduated, senior, sophomore. So a lot more on the defensive side of the ball as far as the experience and guys that have been around. And a new quarterback stepping in this year. He had a lot of promise last year. Some games where we saw glimpses of what we thought.
Notre Dame.
It was great. Yeah.
Rip set the record for most yards and most yards.
That's the best he's ever looked, right?
Yeah. Notre Dame game lost in overtime, but threw for over 400.
Does not look confident.
Isn't it weird how year after year after year you see the recruiting classes?
Yeah.
And it's Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama. Alabama's usually top. Clemson's been there for what, 8 years now? You did a book.
Yeah,
I checked it. I should remember.
I don't know, it's like 4 or 5
now,
years.
All of a sudden, what happens there? There's a missing link.
I mean, teams miss on 5 stars all the time.
It just shows you again how consistent Chris, the Coach Saban has been. In order to get there, then to stay there, and I know the guys at Bama Central, y'all carried everything and talked about all the different things and records they've met. Number one at this amount of time, how many losses they've had per year. I mean, everybody thinks that it's just going to happen, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. I think that's probably why Coach Saban was chewing into the guys a little bit yesterday at the press conference. But this again proves what happened at Clemson. It can happen anywhere if you're don't have that sense of urgency and not just buying into everything the coach has got to sell you. Okay. Oh, I don't know if Chris heard me.
Well, look, there have been plenty of 5 stars at Alabama that didn't pan out, right? I mean, I don't want to go through the list.
I guess what I'm asking, Lars, is how does 3 or 4 in one class? I mean, you got one guy this year, one guy this, but it apparently, the way I read it, his talent level has dropped because those 5 stars didn't pan out. So
their biggest thing is they have not had a run game. Offensive line has struggled, and they didn't have it last year. We talked about that, how they had to get ETN the ball out in space through screens and other things. So crazy. We got Bryan Passink coming up here at the bottom of the hour as well. Chris Walsh down in Tuscaloosa at Tide 100.9 FM, our flagship station, and BamaCentral.com is his website. Check it out. Bigger, better before Black Friday. Crazy Cowboys weekend warehouse sale. You do not want to miss this opportunity to save on large, big box items, including sofas, exercise equipment, generators, mattresses, electronics, clothing, and so much more. It's going to be a crazy or Christmas of crazy savings. Saturday and Sunday, November 20th, this Saturday and Sunday, 20th and 21st, from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Make sure you get out there. You're going to love it. It's outside. There's no returns, no exchanges, no holds, no exceptions. Be ready with a truck or an SUV to take your large items and crazy savings with you when you purchase. Take I-65, exit 231, Calera, Mount Avala exit, that is, and follow the crazy Cowboys signs you'll see when you get off the exit. 41 North, Industrial Parkway, Calera, Alabama, 35040 for a sneak preview of the items and more details on sale. Please follow them at Crazy Cowboys on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. That's CRAZY, CAZ Boys. At Crazy Cowboys on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Individuals are really going to be able to save a ton of money on these large items and make a difference in their holiday shopping and overall budget this year. Link to their map as well. You can go to CazBoys.com, crazycazboys.com. That is crazycazboys.com for more information. Don't miss out on this sale. All right, Bryan Passink coming up next. Stay with us.
It's the bigger, better, and before Black Friday Crazy Cowboys weekend sale. Get 60 to 90% off retail this weekend only. Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21st, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 41 North Industrial Drive, Calera, Alabama. Take Highway 65, exit 231, and follow the signs. Don't miss it.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds.
built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in J Barker for a special discount code. That's J Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on the J Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan. Letter C, letter O.
You know what? Keon Ellis is plus 63 in 2 games. That's a good stat to stick out. I mean, Darius Miles is plus 32 in the 2 games. That's good. Defensively, our efficiency numbers are not great. You know, it's I thought we were pretty good for the first 28 minutes in the last game, and then we got an 18-point lead, and we ended up the last 12 minutes. Our efficiency numbers weren't good. I think we were maybe a 0.94 at the half, and then I think we had even dropped it lower than that, if I remember right. Last game we ended up at a 1.11, so the last 12 minutes wasn't great. I mean, when we've got Charles Bediako, Keon Ellis on the floor defensively, our numbers are a lot better. You know, we've got to get some other guys to get their defensive efficiency numbers up. I mean, there's a ton of numbers out there. It's a very small sample size in the first 2 games. So, you know, you'd like to see something over the course of 5-6 games before you start making too many determinations off it. But you know, I think you can see we're going to be better defensively when Charles is on the floor, when Keon Ellis is on the floor. You know, Darius Miles giving us some really good minutes the first 2 games as well.
Welcome back in as we continue here live from AVX and Lars Anderson, Matt Coulter. I'm Jay Barker. You're listening to the Jay Barker Show. We got Bryan Passink joining us. He's going to be the color analyst for the Crimson Tide and always gives us some great insight on Alabama basketball as they outlast South Alabama on Tuesday night, 73-68. So another big win for the Crimson Tide. We've seen what they're doing on the court, off the court, recruiting as well, and look forward to breaking it down with Bryan Passink once he jumps on with us and should be up momentarily, and look forward to that. All right, let's get to Bryan right now, the color analyst for the Crimson Tide basketball. Bryan, good afternoon. Thanks for being with us here on this Thursday edition. How you doing, my man?
Doing great. How are you guys today?
Doing well. Big win against South Alabama, and able to get that one done on Tuesday night, 73-68. I guess right now, just kind of give us your initial thoughts as you've seen this team play early in the season. Kind of what you're seeing that you're really happy about. What are some things you think they can continue to work on?
Well, the main thing is they're 3-0, and with a pretty difficult schedule of the first 3 games, that's the most important thing. Especially Louisiana Tech and South Dakota State. You knew that those teams were 2 of the better mid-major programs in the country. They're both expected to compete for their league championship. I mean, South Dakota State won the Summit League last year and they returned their top 9 scores, which is just ridiculous. I've never even heard of that from anyone, much less a team that won a conference championship the year before. And South Alabama, on paper, had talent, and we saw that talent play really well. They've got 8 high major transfers, so a lot of new faces, and several guys that Alabama had some familiarity with. I think you had a couple players from Auburn play. Javon Franklin, I thought, played really well, who played for the Auburn Tigers before transferring to South Alabama. Charles Manning Jr. from LSU had moments in an LSU uniform where he played well. And then you had J.J. Chandler from Texas A&M, who has played well against Alabama over the course of his career. So you knew they had players. It was a matter of could they come together and play at a high level. They did that. South Alabama was great. They were better than I anticipated. They were really good on the defensive end. And it was a game where Alabama played their best. They competed. They made plays late in the game and was able to get a win. But definitely a learning opportunity to understand that you got to bring it each and every night, especially with how difficult the schedule is. And it doesn't get any easier at all because Oakland coming on Friday night is very good as well.
Bryan, as you are well aware, Nate Oates just a few years ago was teaching high school algebra, geometry, and statistics. And his love of numbers obviously has carried over to coaching because he probably is the most analytics-driven coach in the country. And he references numbers at press conferences as he's looking at the stat sheet that frankly I really don't even understand. But do you think this is where college basketball is headed, toward coaches that really rely on analytics as much as Nate Oates?
That's where the NBA is right now, and it's what Alabama Nate Oates has brought to the college game. I've heard several national college basketball analysts over the last few months talking about the Nate Oates effect in the college game. I mean, not even announcers or commentators who have any affiliation with Alabama, but he's bringing something different into the college game that has been in the NBA level for a little while. But his combinations of analytics and feel is gotten a lot of attention of some of the best basketball minds around the country and the world, for that matter, because yes, it is analytics based, but it's also a lot of feel. And he doesn't coach numbers. Now, in practice, the way their practices are structured, it's to get certain shots at certain times for certain guys. So that's how they construct their practice every day. So in games, you can just let those guys play. He wants to play fast. He wants to give them freedom. You want to think, but to an extent. It's more feel. He wants high basketball IQ guys. He's got those, but he also wants them to play and be comfortable. And I think a lot of what they're able to do and the success they're able to have, yes, it's numbers based, but I think it's a great combination of new school analytics and kind of that math background that he's known for, but also an old school mentality of blue collar, of toughness, giving out a hard hat award. That's the identity to me of Alabama basketball. Yes, the threes and the pace of play and the style of play attracts a lot of eyeballs on TV. It also attracts a lot of recruits that maybe in years past you wouldn't have gotten a look back from, but because of that style of play, you get that. But when I look at the success of a year ago, where this program really took it to the next level and won championships and went to the Sweet 16, finished in the top 5, it was because of that toughness, that blue-collar mentality.
What is the latest on Juwon Gary? He did not get any minutes in the game against South Alabama. Will he play against Oakland?
I don't know the answer to that. Just based on what I heard and saw a couple of days ago, I'd be a little surprised. But it's not serious. It's day to day. So I guess that's still a possibility. I haven't talked to anybody since the game on Tuesday night. So hopefully he's progressing. This would be a great game for Juwon Gary because Oakland coming in is an excellent rebounding team. And Jamal Cain, who's been their player and really one of the best players in the country so far through the first 3 or 4 games of the season, it is a dominant rebounder. Had 20 and 17 last night against Toledo. And Juwon Gary is one of the best traffic rebounders, brings toughness, that blue-collar mentality as much as anybody. Would be great to have him on the floor, but I know they are thinking longer term, big picture, want to have him ready. So wouldn't be surprised if he missed the game on Friday and was ready to go next week in Orlando.
Hey, it's Chris Walsh, and I want to ask you about the camera that's set up on you when you're broadcasting.
Oh my goodness.
What did you think when that hit social media?
Well, first of all, I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was there, but you know, after they set it up, it's just a little webcam type thing. You don't even notice it. And then after they tweeted it out from the Clemson Tide Sports Network, I was laughing. Chris and I have never seen ourselves. Of course, we've heard ourselves, and I didn't realize what a I don't know where the word is. Kind of a fool I look like. I'm into the game. I think I don't think Alabama fans mind because, you know, I'm a fan with a microphone in my face. I try to stay out of the way of the best play-by-play guy in the business, and Chris Stewart. And sometimes I'm okay at that, and sometimes I'm not. But we are both certainly passionate, and it's been a lot of fun to see. And what I didn't realize is how synchronized we are on some of our reactions to big plays and fist bumps and all that we do. I didn't realize we were doing that, but it's funny to see.
Bryan Passink joining us, color analyst, the Crimson Tide basketball, and Oakland coming up. I guess if you were to compare Coach Nate Oates to other coaches you've been around, and you were around one of the best, Wimp Sanderson, you were around others that you played for at Alabama and others that you've called games for, but just assess him where he is right now with this program and just kind of where he is as far as the success he's had early on, and just kind of where you see this program ultimately kind of heading. And I just love to hear your assessment about him as a coach and just kind of comparing him to other coaches you've been around.
Well, okay. After you watch those webcams, I will be accused of being a homer. And you're going to think I'm being a homer right now, but I would tell you this regardless, because I've heard others around the sport say the same thing. There's just not a better young coach in college basketball than Nate Oates. And it's not just me saying it. It's not just Alabama fans saying it. It's people that really know the college and pro game. I mean, you talk to NBA guys, general managers, people in the front office, and they've taken notice to what Alabama's doing. And I think it's why recruiting is going so well, arguably better than it ever has. Number 3 in the country this year's recruiting class that just signed a week ago. So he is one of the best, no doubt, in college basketball. His future in Alabama basketball's future is extremely bright. It's why so many people are so excited about not just last year, but what the future holds for this program. So, and when you look at, you mentioned Wimp Sanderson, there are a lot of similarities, maybe not in personality, but didn't call it a blue collar, hard hat mentality, but that's exactly what it was. I mean, yes, back in the day, you had guys like Hollywood Robinson and Robert Ory and Latrell Sprewell and big time players, but it was all about playing hard and playing a certain way and playing to your identity. And that's what Alabama basketball is. You got to have good players. Alabama has that. Good players are coming in, but it's the identity and the toughness of this program that I think makes the biggest difference of all.
Bryan, can you briefly discuss just the importance of Jaden Shackelford and what did Coach Oates have to do to kind of re-recruit Jaden after he went into the transfer portal?
Well, you look at this basketball program, and one of the most impressive stats to me is that around the country, there were only 3 high major programs in college basketball that did not lose a single player to transfer. We live in a time where guys are transferring in and out. Some rosters are completely overturned. And for Alabama to have the success they did and have guys that are really talented, they could go other places and play a lot more, not leave, speaks to where this program is. And Jaden Shackelford has had a great career so far at Alabama. And, he has, like so many of these guys, an interest in playing at the next level and playing in the NBA. And so I don't really blame him for looking around and seeing if he could maybe improve his point guard skills, playing in a different position, and was looking at other places. But at the end of the day, it came down to the fact that who can do more for you in terms of preparing you for the next level. And I think it was one thing for Nate Oates and his staff to say Alabama's the best place for you. But there are a lot of people that had no connection to the program that understands what it takes to play in the NBA that said, hey, Alabama's is the best spot for someone who wants to play at the next level. And Jaden is such a popular player with his teammates that he was welcomed back with open arms. They were excited to have him back. He means so much to this team with his ability to shoot, score. He's working on his playmaking ability and getting to the basket, finding open teammates. Those are things he's really worked on. And I think he's going to have a really good year. He certainly has so far.
Bryan, as always, great stuff, my man. Thank you, and good luck coming up this weekend. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, Bryan.
Always enjoy it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, man. Bryan Passink, color analyst, Crimson Tide basketball, and love getting him on each week to give us some details on Alabama basketball, Nate Oates, and the job they're doing there and the success they're having. All right, we'll continue live from AVX. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. That's better. Big news. The new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera with 50% off a new system this week. Visit simplysafe.com.
Hey team, we landed the contract!
Yes. Kaya's web design studio just landed the gig of a lifetime.
It starts next week.
Their staff needs to double before the dream deal becomes a nightmare.
I need front end, back end, a project manager.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522. Don't wait. Call now. 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522.
No tricks, no gimmicks, just great buys here at Townsend Nissan with a super inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, and most of all, crazy high trade-in values and finance rates as low as 0.9%. Don't wait and cost yourself thousands of dollars. Shop Townsend Nissan will be your best buying experience ever. And remember this, great selection, crazy trade-in values, super low rates, and lifetime powertrain warranties on new Nissans. Where should you buy your next vehicle?
Townsend Nissan, your family in the car business.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell, because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. Participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
It's Black Friday now at JCPenney. Starting Friday, shop thousands of Black Friday deals across the store while they last. Our Yes Please diamonds are only $19.99 each. Bundle up the family in jackets under $25. Plus, update with cookware and cutlery, now $9.99 each after $10 mail-in rebate. These deals are yours for the gifting. Happy Black Friday, JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 11/19 through 11/21. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The weather turning sharply colder this afternoon. Temperatures will fall into the 40s with lingering clouds. For tonight, becoming clear, the low at 34. For tomorrow and Saturday, sunny both days. The high tomorrow 59, Saturday's high at 66. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 61 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Welcome back in as we finish up hour number one. We got Mike Braxton going to be joining us. A lot of you know Braxton, as he goes by, is actually a caddy on the senior tour. We've had him on before talking about Jeff State golf, but they got a golf tournament coming up, and we'd love for you to be a part of it, support it, and he'll be in studio with us talking about that and how you can be a part of that and have a lot of fun supporting Jeff State golf. He's made an unbelievable turnaround in that program, and the players he's going to recruit in, and not too bad when you're a pro caddy to be able to go out there and help these guys get better at their golf game, and he's definitely done that.
How do you recruit to Oklahoma State? Okay, to Texas, Alabama won national championship. How do you recruit to a junior college? Where do you get those kids?
Getting to know Brack a little bit, I've learned that whenever you're at a cocktail party and there is a professional caddy there, plant yourself right next to that caddy because they have stories. Oh, my goodness.
Come on in, Mike. Hey, real quick note. I was talking with Lars about this, about Alabama's basketball schedule. La Tech, South Dakota State, South Alabama, and Oakland all could be in the tournament. They're that good. And it doesn't sound like a powerful,
mid-major
schedule.
Teams, yep.
But then they play Gonzaga, Houston, and Memphis. Nate doesn't schedule like Wimp Sanderson did. Sorry, Coach.
Well, Wimp said it. I mean, he always talked about it. He goes, I didn't care. I wanted wins.
Where's that
Gonzaga? Many wins.
Where's Gonzaga? Is that in Seattle?
Yes, it is. ESPN nationally televised.
What if Alabama wins that game?
They'll be number 3 in the country, or maybe better.
But see, games like that are so good now for recruiting. Because, when you're talking about Wimp coming through, I mean, most of the games before the SEC weren't even televised. I mean, now all these games are televised. So you go play at Gonzaga, you're going to get a lot of attention from that. All right, we got to get to the break here at the top of the hour, and we got on the other side again, Mike's going to be joining us, and we'll get into also as far as Patriots and the Falcons coming up, and some other news notes around the SEC and the NFL as well. All right, stay with us. Hour number 2 coming up next. We are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham, and get out to those folks, and also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street here on this Thursday edition. Hour number 2 coming up next.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I know you know about Guthrie's Chicken Fingers, but do you know about the Guthrie family? 1992, they started selling chicken fingers. They were the first chicken finger restaurant and the first drive-through chicken finger restaurant ever. They've been around for over 50 years. Since the beginning, Guthrie's have been using only the finest ingredients in their Guthrie's boxes. While others have tried to copy, nothing tastes like Guthrie's chicken fingers dipped in that Guthrie's famous sauce. Guthrie's restaurants are expanding to give the entire U.S. a taste of their golden fried chicken fingers. Franchise opportunities are available. Go to Guthrie'sChicken.com. That's Guthrie'sChicken.com for more information.
I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. And look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269.
Whether it's for lunch or dinner, head out to the Cajun Steamer. It's a New Orleans style joint that serves authentic Cajun and Creole food, cold beer, and great drinks. They are known for their wide array of Cajun classics and original creations prepared in an authentic fashion. This Louisiana kitchen can have you slapping the table for more. Stop by the Cajun Steamer and sign up for your Alabama, LSU, or Auburn fan card. Eat with the Cajun Steamer while your team is on TV and use your fan card to receive a 15% discount on your entire meal. With locations in Hoover, Trustful, Huntsville, and Franklin, Tennessee, they've got you covered. Head out today to the Cajun Steamer.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.co. Letter C, letter O.
Birmingham's best Mexican restaurant for over 20 years and counting. That's La Paz Restaurant in Crestline Village and Mount Laurel. They've got a great staff. Its delicious menu, award-winning cheese dip, and margaritas and vibrant atmosphere have helped to make La Paz a local favorite. Blue corn nachos, Texas barbecue quesadillas, steak and blue quesadillas, Baja fish tacos, signature fajitas, and much, much more. So head over to La Paz today. If you want a great lunch or a great dinner, you'll find all that at La Paz, Crestline, and Mount Laurel for lunch or dinner.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. How about that? You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. Eludes the kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, great. Alabama back on top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
All right, welcome back in. And hour number 2, we got author Chris Walsh down, BamaCentral.com, and our flagship station, Tide 100.9 FM. We're live from AVX. Jay Barker, Matt Coulter, Lars Anderson, and always great to be here on a Thursday, and also thinking through the weekend and all the great games coming up, not just in college football but college basketball. It's that time of year. NFL, NBA, everything's just happening. Really a great time of year for sports fans. Hey, we are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. Got the Top Golf and Mark Grenier and all the great folks there. They'll help you out. It's the bowling of this generation. We absolutely love getting out there and having fun with family, friends, and coworkers. You will too. They do all types of parties, anniversaries, bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, birthday parties, and other events for charities at Top Golf of Birmingham. Driven by Sonny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Oxford, Anniston, go see Tony Russell and all the great folks there at Sonny King Ford.
Let's go to Chris Walsh because he's our weather guy. Do you realize that
Chris fan.
It's 63 degrees and it is going to drop 2 to 3 degrees for the next 18 hours?
I know. I was trying to say earlier, but
y'all
just
Chris
say,
may have stepped away for a second.
Okay,
he did. Yep.
I'll say this with all due respect to Jerry Tracy's and the James Spann of the world. Back in the TV days, you would get like 4.5 minutes for your sports segment. But if something happened weather-wise, guess where they took the time?
To weather.
They took it out of sports.
Yeah,
take it out of sports. Take it out of sports. So a lot of us has really never gotten over that, and we continue to hold the grudge.
Weather drives the ratings.
Oh, I know. But Chris Berman accepted the National Sportscaster of the Year award, and he got up there and he said, "Here's something I wanted to say all my life: take it out of weather." And the whole, of course, everybody knew exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
And the crowd went wild.
Looking at this Alabama-Arkansas game on Saturday, and it's the main game on CBS, 2:30. Last year, Alabama beat Arkansas 52-3, complete blowout. Bama's in the past 5 meetings, Alabama's outscored Arkansas 252-80. Alabama's won 14 straight over Arkansas, most of them blowouts. But the Razorbacks are riding a 3-game winning streak. The last 2 wins have been by a field goal apiece. And Sam Pittman, I think he has his players believing that they can come into Tuscaloosa and pull off the upset. Matt, you are our resident expert, given the fact that you are our resident Arkansas expert, given the fact you grew, you were born in Fayetteville.
My dad taught calculus.
Son of a rocket
Is there something wrong there? Oh,
maybe.
This is a disconnect.
Maybe we should talk to yes. Your dad would have known something about analytics then.
Oh, good grief. That was the topic at the dinner table.
How did your dad, who's a rocket scientist, taught calculus, feel about his son going into TV?
You really want to hear this? I'll keep it short. I got in radio when I was still in high school, and I really liked it. And I really thought I was going to play left field for the Atlanta Braves until they clocked me to first base with a sundial. But I really liked it. I liked the vibe, and I got some TV, and then I went to Alabama and enrolled in journalism. And I said, Dad, I really want to be a sportscaster. And he went, "That's not a job."
You can make that argument.
But I do know that later he and my mom would get in the car and drive down from Huntsville and stay in Gardendale just so they could watch me on Channel 13.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So he went from Arkansas to Huntsville because
of NASA,
where he needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how old were you when y'all moved?
4.
Oh,
I don't remember a whole lot about Fayetteville except the thunderstorms and it would snow.
I think Fayetteville's a pretty cool town.
It is. And Hayden Fry lived across the street from us.
Really?
Yeah. I used to his 2-year-old and I was a 2-year-old. My mother said we raised hell. More hell than 2- and 3-year-olds could ever raise in the neighborhood. Our street was dirt. Y'all ever? I mean, my dad was a professor. It's not like he was making pennies.
Yeah.
But
you lived a broke country song.
Yeah. We really
down a dirt road.
And we would get in the ditch and roll around in the mud and go in the house. And my mother she literally said one time she had to just strip us out in the front yard and hose us down. And she said she was finding mud way down in my ear. But yeah, Hayden Fry lived across the street because he was part of that huge Frank Broyles staff. Had Doug Dickey on it. Frank Broyles. Man, am I dating myself? We need to move along.
Yeah. So the question is,
how do we get there, Lars?
Do you think Sam Pittman literally has his players believing they can come into Tuscaloosa and win this game?
I absolutely do, and Nick does too. That's why he was critical of practice this week. He wants to get their focus, and he also said, and this is true. This is not just coach speak. He said we need the fans. We need our fans, and Alabama fans need to get up, go, show up, and stay in it, and try and take Arkansas out of the game early. Because you let a physical, mean bunch of boar hogs hang around for a while, you might get beat. There you have
it. The defense is good, and the offense is good as well. I mean, they can run the ball. Defense, though, can stop the run. They've been pretty efficient. Alabama's been very efficient on third downs. They got to keep that going. I think that helps. Knowing, staying on the field, keeping the defense off the field against a team like Arkansas that's going to probably, if I'm Sam Pittman, I'm not trying to come in to outscore you. I'm coming in to run the clock and slow the game down, shorten the game, and try to somehow come out with a win. But look, you look at that defense side of the football. We've talked about it a lot this year as far as what they've done, and Barry Odom, who was the head coach in Missouri, really has taken on that group and designed a scheme and a way of playing that's hard-nosed. It's look, you're not going to be able to run the football against us. I think Ole Miss really the only team that really had a good night against them running the football. Florida, it's Florida actually. Florida was the one that ended up having a pretty good night against them. But Barry's done a really good job with this defense. At the beginning of the year, we were all raving about Arkansas, going, man, this is a team that has changed so quickly. When we thought going into preseason, we talked about yesterday that Lars is going to be a team that nobody would, we feel like this is going to be kind of the easier team at the end of the year. And then we saw them on film and go, wait a minute, this team looks totally different. I mean, Pittman's made that big of a difference this quickly. He did a little bit of poor me on what Monday press conference and talking about, we're not as, they're so talented and kind of throwing out the kind of reverse psychology bulletin board material that he kind of put out about Alabama, Nick Saban, and what they've been able to accomplish and all the great players. So he'll definitely have his team ready to play. He's not coming in thinking that they don't have a chance to win it, and he's going to convince his team of that. There's no doubt about it. And look, anytime, even when teams come to Tuscaloosa, you get their best game. Alabama gets everybody's best performance, and they'll be dialed in, and they're going to be pumped up for that atmosphere. They would love nothing more than to come into Tuscaloosa and spoil things for the Crimson Tide right now. And I think Nick Saban realized that. Matt hit on it, and I think he understands, get this team psychologically, emotionally, physically ready to play a physical game, and to kind of get into them just a little bit before this game got underway this week based on some of the things he's seen at practice so far.
I really want to see if Alabama can run the ball consistently. Darian Dalcourt, Alabama center, who's been out, he's practiced all week, should be playing. Guard Javion Cohen also had been out. He's expected to return. Where does Chris Owens fit in the mix? Is there going to be a reshuffling of the offensive line? Because, look, can Alabama beat Georgia? And I know that we're getting ahead of ourselves. Can Alabama beat Georgia without running the ball? If they run for 6 yards like they did against LSU, could Alabama beat Georgia? I don't think so. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get the right mix of players up front on the offensive side of the ball to get the running game going, Matt.
But and then the biggest problem, I know the offensive line's got to open the holes, but I mean, Alabama's down 2 really good running backs. I think that's why this game against Arkansas could be not quite a make or break. Could be a big deal for Trey Sanders. If he steps out there, gets 10 or 11 carries, a couple of touches.
I sure hope so.
I do too. Is there anybody on that team you pull for harder than Trey?
No.
With
Braxton.
Everything that he's been?
Yeah,
Braxton. Okay. Man, dumb question over here.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh. Well, no, actually, I do too, because I told you how I felt when I saw him in the game. I went, that's
But Trey is such a great story, and we talked about him, Lars, for the last 2 years, and just how we wanted to see him have success and all the accolades he got coming out of high school, and you come in with all that pressure, and you want to live up to it, and then all of a sudden you have injuries, you have a car accident, and it sets you back so much. That can be so disappointing. for a player, and even his teammates. I mean, Trey Sanders, he's loved by them. Great locker room guy. But this should be a good matchup. And I'm not sure. Chris is back. So, Chris, kind of your take right now. We've been kind of discussing the defense on Arkansas, the game plan coming in this weekend, what Sam Pittman's done. Again, just kind of reiterate what you said earlier about this game and kind of where you see it going.
This is going to be an interesting matchup, and it's even though Alabama blew out Arkansas last year, especially like the first half, there was a respect that Alabama kind of had of Arkansas, just in how they went about things and how much improvement the Razorbacks have had under Coach Pittman. They're tough. They're going to be physical, and when they did the schedule change before, to make it so that Alabama had to play an SEC opponent before Auburn. I think they'd probably like to go back and switch it up and get another team in there right now, because it's going to be physically, it's going to be a grind, and Arkansas is not going to give an inch in any way, shape, or form. Even though look, Alabama's a better team. We all know that kind of thing going in, at least on paper. In terms of talent, Crimson Tide should win this game by 15, 20 points easily, but it's going to take a toll on this team. So and that's where it's going to start. It's going to start with the offensive line. It has to play better.
All right, we'll continue, and I want to remind you, bigger, better, and before Black Friday, Crazy Caz Boys weekend warehouse sale. You do not want to miss this opportunity to save on large, big box items, including sofas, exercise equipment, generators, mattresses, electronics, clothing, and so much more. It's going to be a Christmas of crazy savings. Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21st, this Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, it's going to be outside. There's no returns, no exchanges, no holds, no exceptions. Be ready with a truck or SUV to take your large items and crazy savings with you when you purchase. Take I-65, exit 231, Clare, Montevallo exit. Follow the Crazy Caz Boys signs. It's at 41 North Industrial Parkway, Clare, Alabama, 35040. For a sneak preview of the items and more details on the sale, please follow them at Crazy Caz Boys on Facebook. Instagram and TikTok, individuals are really going to be able to save on large items that make a difference in their holiday shopping and also your overall budget. Link to a map on their website is crazycazboys.com. Crazy, C-A-Z, boys.com for more information.
What's the difference between Senior Day for Jay and Senior Day for Braxton? That's coming up.
The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The best station in the state, breaking down Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
It takes two vaccines to help protect you this season, the flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at the same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccines.
The original stuffed crust from Pizza Hut is so cheesy you'll want to eat it backwards. But what if we played this song backwards?
One topping, just $12.99.
No one out-pizzas the Hut. Ask for a limited time offer. Not available in some locations. Exclusions apply. Extra charge for more toppings and extra cheese.
In a collision, easy decision. One name, one firm, one call. Mesrano.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being hit by an 18-wheeler. He got me $875,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being T-boned on McFarland. He got me $125,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after my fender bender. He got me $50,000.
One call, one firm. Mesrano.
No representations made that quality of legal services to be performed is greater than quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
It's Black Friday now at JCPenney. Starting Friday, shop thousands of Black Friday deals across the store while they last. Our Yes Please diamonds are only $19.99 each. Bundle up the family in jackets under $25. Plus, update with cookware and cutlery, now $9.99 each after $10 mail-in rebate. These deals are yours for the gifting. Happy Black Friday, JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 11/19 through 11/21. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
You and your phone have been through a lot this past year. It's been your lifeline to the world. And now some big wireless company is telling you got to buy a new phone from them and sign their contract? They don't control you. With Tracfone Wireless, you can keep the phone, number, and network you already have. Already got a 5G phone? Keep that too. Because Tracfone runs on America's best networks now with 5G nationwide. Plus, we've got unlimited talk and text smartphone plans starting at just $20. Tracfone Wireless. Now you're in control. 5G nationwide access requires a 5G capable device. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So it's about that time for an oil change? We've got what you need. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge full synthetic or full synthetic high mileage and an STP extended life oil filter for just $31.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Dell's Black Friday event has arrived, and it's the perfect time to step up your creativity. With early access savings up to $300 off PCs, it's Dell's biggest sale of the year. Get more into what you're into with the latest XPS and Alienware systems featuring Intel Core processors. Save on top monitors, docks, and accessories, all with free shipping, plus great financing from Dell Preferred Account. Call 800-BY-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 800-BY-DELL.
Hello, this is Tamara Kroom, Deputy Director of the Tuscaloosa County Emergency Management Agency. If the pandemic has caused you to fall behind on your rent or utilities, the county's Emergency Rental Assistance Program is here to help. This program can assist qualified landlords and renters with delinquent payments. To apply, go to tuscco.com/ERAP or call 1-888-472-0027. Again, call 1-888-472-0027.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The weather turning sharply colder this afternoon. Temperatures will fall into the 40s with lingering clouds. For tonight, becoming clear, the low at 34. For tomorrow and Saturday, sunny both days. The high tomorrow 59, Saturday's high at 66. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 58 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, Coach, with Saturday being senior day, just what has this group of seniors meant to the program? And have you talked at all with any of those guys about potentially using their COVID year and then coming back?
No, we haven't discussed that. We usually don't talk about that until the end of the season. And we'll use the same, procedure this year. This group has been a really good group. It's not a big group, but they've played a lot of games here and had a lot of success in their career here, and they've contributed to it in a very positive way. So I'm proud of this group. A lot of these guys have graduated or will graduate either this semester or next. I'm really pleased and proud of the way they've progressed. There's a lot of guys in this group that have come a long ways and I think are going to be very successful in life, which is the goal of the program.
Welcome back in as we continue live from AVX. We got also Matt Coulter, Lars Anderson, Jay Barker, and Chris Walsh down at our flag station, Tide 100.9 FM down in Tuscaloosa. And again, with BamaCentral.com. And don't forget, go online at BamaInsider, our YouTube channel. You can watch us there live from noon to 2 each weekday. And that'll be up and on the server throughout the rest of the afternoon today and really pretty much forever. Right there at the YouTube channel for Bama Insider. And don't forget, they had a lot of other shows that come on throughout the week that you can watch and keep up with the Crimson Tide and all over the SEC and across the country, especially when it comes to college football, basketball, and all the great sports out there that we cover each and every day on Bama Insider. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we really appreciate all the comments and all of you watching and listening each and every day, not only on Bama Insider on our YouTube channel, but also across our network throughout the state of Alabama and down on the Gulf Coast.
Jay, it's Senior Day Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Alabama, and Braxton will go through that.
Yes.
Does he get a lot of swag?
I'm not sure. I know they get like a ball and some other things. I'm not sure everything that goes with it because this will be the only time I really paid attention to it. Of course,
did you pay attention when you were there?
We didn't have it. I
didn't give you like a ring or a.
Well, they couldn't. We had the banquet, so you got the A Club ring at that time, or whatever. Or nights we get the national championship rings after the banquet because it took a little bit longer at that time to get them made. But I don't remember there being like my family coming on the field and all that they do, which is great, and have pictures made. Don't hurt yourself. Pictures made and everything.
I know where the microphone was.
Right. Yeah. You're like, where you at? But now and I'm not sure. I mean, this started at some point. We didn't do it in high school either. Now they do it in high school. Do it in high school.
Now they do it in elementary
They
school.
probably do. They probably do it for guys finishing up Metro League, Little Leagues.
Hey, they did it for Primrose, at the daycare where my son graduated.
Yeah.
It was like senior day.
So over the
no,
top.
I'm just kidding.
No,
hey, but I will say,
when you graduated from high school and you were going on to your brilliant career as a college soccer player, did they have something going on for you?
No. I will say, seniors at Alabama are an endangered species. They really are under Nick Saban, because look, the only players listed as seniors on the roster who are scholarship players, Josh Jobe and reserve linebacker Jalen Moody.
That's
two.
It.
There's 8 redshirt seniors, although 2 of them, Chris Owens, the O lineman, and running back Brian Robinson, they were honored during the senior day last season, so they get 2 senior days. No, but it is truly amazing. Only 2 out of the entire class from, what would that be, 2018, are left. But there's other redshirt seniors that includes Phil Mathis, Chris Allen, Brian Ray, Daniel Wright, tight ends Kendall Randolph and Major Tennyson. And it's pretty amazing too that Alabama's leadership council, which is composed of 10 players, there's only 2 seniors on it, and that just underscores what Nick Saban has been saying, that people don't realize how young this team is, and it's all because of their success and the fact that you have so many juniors leaving early for the NFL draft, Jay.
Yeah, and I tell you, a lot of these guys, like Braxton would have finished last year. He could have easily, he would have graduated last spring. He decided to keep 2 classes, took the summer off, and then came back. He wanted one more season, Matt, of a full crowd. He wanted to have that full stadium experience that they didn't get in 2020, even though there was some consideration because he's like, well, we just want a champion. Like, just want a national title.
Go out that way.
Yeah. But I'm so glad he came back because not only did he get a chance to experience and be a part of Coach Saban's process, and all, he has absolutely loved the experience. And I was telling this to somebody the other day. When I even said this to y'all, I'm more proud of what he's accomplished than even what I did, because he stuck it out when other kids usually transfer or they just don't give the effort and don't want to be at practice. He loved every single minute of practice workouts, summer workouts, putting in he knew that it was more about than just playing, that it was about building his character and his work ethic and really getting a chance to be around the best, not only in college football, but got some of the best instructions from speakers that came in. Things, Fortune 500 companies don't get these guys to get a chance to be around some of these, not only, former, whether it be professional players or business people, all types of personalities that really impact his life. So really proud of the fact that he is, and he stuck it out, and then he got to play this past weekend.
Yeah.
So that was the reward on top of that, to finally get a chance to be in there and to fulfill a little boy's dream of playing, not only playing, just putting on that crimson jersey, but I had a chance to get some plays in the record book. So that was a big moment for him.
Just looking ahead to next season, guys, it seems very clear that Will Anderson and Bryce Young are going to be the leaders of this team. They've already, they're both sophomores, obviously, and they've been among 8 different players to serve as captains so far this season. And I think next year, both of them, you already see certainly Will Anderson taking that leadership role very publicly when he's in front of the microphones. Bryce Young, a little more soft-spoken, and you can speak to more of this, Jay, but certainly Bryce is going to be a big-time leader next year for Alabama.
Yeah, and I think, he's more of the kind of the quiet leader, and when he does say things, I think the team does listen. I had a guy recently say, is that going to hurt him down the road because he's not that kind of get-on guys and whatever type personality? I said, no, because they respect him, so whatever he says, he didn't have to be forceful with him. He can just, he leads by example. Great player. Team loves him in the locker room. He won the locker room last year as well, even though Mac was there as a backup, is backing up Mac at that time, and learned so much from Mac Jones as well. It really has helped him propel into this type of year.
I really appreciate what's going to happen this Saturday. So I'm doing probably a little deeper dive than you want. But what do you physically do? Do you go out on the field and they call his name? Can you just briefly describe that? Because that's really cool thing.
Yeah, again, I really haven't paid much attention to I got the itinerary, I guess you'd say that. Because normally I'm doing pregame shows, and I'm getting to the press box at like a minute before kickoff after going around seeing people and all that type of stuff. So this Saturday we'll be on the field, and normally I think it's around, so the game starts at 2:30. It'll probably happen around 2:15, so it's right before the game, and they'll have all the parents out on the field and kind of immediate family that want to be there and can be there. And so we'll get a picture made with them, and they'll announce the guys and kind of be their last game in Bryant-Denny Stadium, which is hard to believe for, I'm sure, a lot of the parents and the players especially. But it's been a great journey.
Is it more special because of what happened last Saturday for him and you?
I mean, maybe to a degree, but maybe not. I mean, I still think it would have been special. I think that, like I said, icing on the cake, cherry on on the top. I think it's to get that, after all the hard work goes into it, that you're willing to, do the things in practice to help your team get better on scout teams and do all the things that Coach Saban has asked of them, and never complain and show up every day. There are just a lot of kids these days that won't do that. They just are not going to stick it out.
So right.
I'll never forget, after 1992, we had probably, and I won't name anybody, I know a bunch of them, but they had walked on before that year. We won the championship. They were gone. They're like, got my ring and gone. They had to come back, and so we had to reload on some of the scout team guys. But but it's definitely was special last weekend. We're going to take a quick break. Do you want to go to the Texas Tech audio, or do you want to play it as coming up?
I just found out this is amazing. The Big 12 is just. They're starting to act like Big Brother. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but if he's got it loaded,
he does
do this or go to the break.
All right, let's go to break. We got Brack coming up as well, Mike Bracken, and also the AD at Jefferson State. Look forward to visiting with them. A golf tournament coming up where you can be a part of it and help them raise money. But more importantly, we want to get some stories from Brack. He's been a caddy on the tour, the senior tour, and I'm sure he's got a lot of great stories for us, so we look forward to that as well. Stay with us live from AVX. You're listening to the Jay Barker Show. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Following this summer's Tokyo Olympic Games, the eyes of the world will turn to Birmingham, Alabama, and the World Games 2022. Next July, the world will come together for the South's largest international sporting event since the 96 Centennial Olympic Games. 3,600 athletes will compete for gold in 34 sports, including lacrosse, softball, gymnastics, flag football, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Buy yours at twg2022.com.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham. Your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269.
When you go to turn on the lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too. But sometimes extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
Get ready for some crazy deals at the bigger, better, and before Black Friday Crazy Casboys Weekend Sale. This weekend only, Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21st, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get 50 to 90% off sofas, mattresses, generators, grills, rugs, exercise equipment, and so much more. It's gonna be crazy, folks. 41 North Industrial Drive, Calera, Alabama. Take Highway 65, exit 231, and follow the Crazy Casboy signs. It's gonna be crazy, folks. Come see us.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit gofan.co now. That's gofan.C.O.
From the hour number 2, and we got a special guest in studio with us, Mike Bracken. He is the head coach at Jeff State Golf and also their director of activities, Jacob Call. And these guys will be telling us about a golf tournament they got coming up, and I want to get Mike on and discuss that and also his golf program. But first of all, Mike, Jacob, welcome in. Thanks for coming in and spending time with us today.
Thanks for having us.
So, Mike, I haven't seen you in a while. You've been on tour, and you had a little baby boy about 14 months ago. And how's life been with that?
Man, it's great, Jay. Yeah. I mean, it's, I started a little late in life having a kid, 47 years old, but I did. It's a life changer.
And you've been, I guess you said this is kind of your downtime right now?
Yes. I'm
kind of tell everybody what you do and kind of who you're caddying for and all that.
I've been a caddy on the Champions Tour for the past 20 years. This past year, I've been splitting time between Scott Verplank and Jeff Fluman. Just worked for Tommy Armour III. I worked for Mike Goodis. I've really never, I guess the key word would be fired. We just kind of lost status or something, but I've never been fired, which is maybe a plus for a caddy, because caddies are day to day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had some good jobs out there.
And I was asking about the Sevi movie that came on, story about his life on NFL Network the other night. And they talked about that, about his relationship with his caddy. So he was pretty tough.
Yes,
those guys.
He was a tough one, but we played Birmingham. I guess that was about 2008, 2009, maybe. His last competitive round was here in Birmingham, Alabama. Show Creek.
That's crazy.
No, I'm sorry. It was at Ross Bridge.
Ross Bridge.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Was that the Regions?
Yes.
Would he play? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Jacob Call, who's director of activities at Jeff State as well. Jacob, great to have you in. And
Thank you.
Tell everybody, so Mike's been there. Is it 2 years, 3 years now?
This is the second year.
Second year, that's what I thought. And what a great turnaround and what he's done at Jeff State and the wins you guys have had there golf-wise and throughout all the athletics. But tell everybody, first of all, kind of your impression of what Brack has brought as a golf coach, and also that you got a golf tournament coming up that's going to help them support them and raise money and funds for the program.
Yeah, and BRAC has been an excellent benefit to our team. We've just brought on golf as one of our sports about 3-4 years ago. It was being run by some of our faculty, our instructors who had played golf themselves when they were younger, but they didn't really have that professional experience. They didn't have that coaching experience either. We brought him on last year and a half ago, and the level of connection, the level of commitment, the ability he's had to find us opportunities for our students to help them be able to move on. You know, the goal of a community college is to help students to move forward, to succeed in a university, to be able to succeed in employment later on. And he's been great at connecting our students to other schools, whether in the SEC. We have one student who transferred on, is playing for Bama now, several that are now at Montevallo. A lot of opportunities for our kids to keep going and achieve their dreams.
Mike, what do you recruit mostly local, or do you look everywhere?
Everywhere.
You
know, I look for the best kids.
And you probably, I mean, do you look to your contacts in golf that you've built over the years to say, hey, if you see a kid, know a kid, or
Absolutely.
if you got a kid that's that you want to continue to play golf, give me a call, let me know.
Absolutely. That's the best way, you know, word of mouth, you know, just find the best kids out there.
So this golf tournament coming up, tell everybody about that and how they can be involved.
Yeah, so and that's the fact that we're looking for students beyond just the local is important. The way that scholarships in Alabama work, we can't really offer the same amount of money to somebody who's an international student, somebody who's not from Alabama, as we can to somebody local. So this tournament is to help us to build a scholarship pool to help fund things for students who are international students, students outside of Alabama, also to help us get different equipment that we can buy through the state. It's going to be Thursday, December 2nd at 10 o'clock. $300 per team, $80 for an individual. Also have some other sponsorship opportunities available. We're working it out through our Jeff State Foundation, so donations are tax deductible, which is always nice at the end of the year if you're needing to reduce that liability. Looking like it's going to be a good time.
Awesome. So you've been a part of many golf tournaments. You got to know how to put a good one on. I mean, you've been a lot of charitable, but we played a lot together.
Right. You know, we I guess I can. We Jasper, what, a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, you know, we hosted a tournament and everybody was pleased with it. And, you know, I think I know how to run a golf tournament.
he does good work. He does good work.
All right. So we got a golf tournament. I'll get some more information about that as well. Again, it's coming up December the 2nd, and it's a 10 a.m. Shotgun start. Is that right?
Yes.
4-man scramble at Roebuck Municipal Golf Course, $300 per team, $80 per individual. God, Roebuck, I love that golf course.
Oh,
I grew up. I mean, that's where Bobby Bowden. I mean, he came back and played that golf course every summer.
And another little history fact is Bobby Jones. I think he won his first amateur golf tournament back in 1925.
Oh wow, Matt, how was that? No, I'm just kidding.
That may be one thing a lot of people don't know.
All right. Now let's get some stories. Tell us some latest stories on the course, or things that have happened with some golfers you've been around.
Well, I mean, what about Bernhard Langer at 64 years old? Just won our cup, you know, that's kind of amazing. You know, I hate it for Lars. I just don't have any good stories right now
that you can tell on air.
Right. You know, I haven't been out there in a month, so I've been kind of babysitting, you know?
Yeah. You should get with Lars, let Lars be your ghostwriter and write a book. Well, you can't do it now. You have to wait till you're finally done.
Right.
Because then nobody wants you back out.
For sure.
I'm sure there's a lot of stories. 20 years, is that right?
20 years, yeah. Time flies. I mean, it seems like.
And tell your story. Where did you begin? Like from high school all the way through?
Okay, I played college golf at Faulkner State down in Bay Minette, Alabama, which is now coastal Alabama. And then you know, I got I'm good enough to turn pro. So I do this for a little while and just don't have the work ethic that a pro golfer should, you know. And as I went through this, I met the right people, just like any job. You know, it's like, hey, why don't you come out here and caddy? Okay, you know. At the time, this was, let's say I'm 46, so at 27 years old, the caddy could take golf carts out there on tour. And we finished third, and he wrote me a check for like $17,000. I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do this, you know, ride a golf cart and make $17,000 a week. I mean, that was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and I said, well, maybe I'll work 5 or 6 terms a year. And here it is 20 years later, you know, working 25 terms a year. Been a lot of fun.
And for you, like, is there one thing that you know that you've got to do for the golfer? I mean, whether it's on the course or off the course, like, is there, I'm sure they all have specific things that they want
Each one is
done a
different.
certain way.
That's
Yeah,
right. Each
yeah.
one is different, but the main thing is just show up, you know, and
Well, that helps.
Right. Just show up for the guy. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be amazed how many times people miss their tee times and stuff like that.
The
I mean,
caddies do?
Absolutely.
Oh, that would be bad.
Right. I mean, that's how they get fired, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, just be able to count, you know, add and subtract.
Yeah.
And just show up. I mean,
but you have tools, like you brought out what's the leveler?
Yeah, but now they're banning all that stuff.
Are they really?
Yeah. So now I've got to roll putts on the green like, you know, 20 years ago.
Oh, it fell out.
Right.
Like that. See how it rolls?
Right.
That's great. So Jacob, how long have you been with Jeff State now?
6 years.
6 years. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Idaho.
How'd you get here?
It's a long story, but I do love Jeff State. I love working with this community. I love the Birmingham area. I've been in Huntsville and Montgomery both for several years, and Birmingham is just delightful. I really do like it around here. The state is fantastic. You know, it's the first in the alphabet. It's the first in my heart.
All right, here comes Lars. I know you couldn't wait. Hang on, let me get you. All right, go ahead.
I had to get just one question into Brack here. Well, several, but who has the prettiest swing on in golf right now?
So it has to be
Robbie Glenn.
Ooh, Al, have y'all seen that swing? I've got videos. I've got videos of his. No, does it have to be a current player?
No.
I'm gonna say Tom Pertzer.
Never heard of that.
Exactly, but just Google it and just look at it. It's pretty good. But you know,
what do you think of Justin Thomas, who's very popular here locally?
Yes, he that's who I was going to say is going to be my second. You know, Justin Thomas is really good. You know, a funny story there.
And just real quick, sorry. Justin recently switched caddies.
Yes.
Is that a big deal for a high-level golfer to switch caddies?
No, I don't think so, because he's got Bones, right?
Yes.
I mean, you know, so I mean, Bones is a good one. So it's not like he picked some guy off the street that didn't know squat about caddying. So, but yeah, you know, once you get out there it's just like anything, just like your job, just like Jay's job. I mean, once you're there out there, I mean, day in, day out, you learn the tricks of the trade.
All right, I interrupted you. What tale were you?
A little
gonna
story
share?
about Justin Thomas. This is you know, been a few years back, and we were in Boise, Idaho, actually, at a web.com tournament, or Corn Ferry now, and we had dinner with him. It was Justin, myself, and Trey Mullinax, which is an Alabama guy, and we went out to dinner, and you know, and these guys were 20, 21 years old. And they all ordered waters and this good food. I'm like, I just don't understand this. You know, back when I was 21, we were doing a little something else. That's maybe why I'm not on tour. So, but you know, that's when I said, you know, I think these kids have it, and both of them play on the tour. You know, so it was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I've just heard through the grapevine, actually through Matt Coulter, that it's a much better party scene on the senior tour than it is on the regular tour.
I worked for Tommy Armour III for 6 years. If y'all know, he was the party guy, you know. So I've got a lot of stories there, but I can't really tell you right here on the radio.
It seems like quite a life.
So when Tiger started going through the transitions of caddy to caddy, everybody starts saying, is that the biggest different swing coach, all that type? I mean, how important do you think that it was even for his career at that time, or did he need to make those changes?
You know, the caddy, not so much. Swing coach, yes. Because like I said, you know, we kind of adapt to the player.
Right. Show up, be able to
right.
add.
Be able to add and subtract. And you know, and you kind of get what they need.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if some of them needs a little, you know, a coffee every morning, you go get them a coffee or something. You know, you just kind of just adapt to them, you know, just make them feel like they're on top, you know?
Yeah.
Justin Thomas recently said, and Justin has kind of served as Tiger's spokesperson almost since Tiger had his accident. And Justin said that Tiger's not going to come back unless he can play at a really high level. Is there any scuttlebutt on the tour of where Tiger is, and just your own opinion if you think Tiger will make it back on the tour?
With me knowing Tiger, I think he will try. but like Justin said, he's not going to come back if he's shooting 80. That's, when you're at the top of the game and you're at the bottom, which he went through almost a couple of years ago. He almost quit then. But yeah, I think he's going to give it a shot. It may not be this year, it may not be next year. But my number one question is, if he comes to the PGA Tour and says, "Hey, I need a golf cart," is the PGA Tour going to give him a golf cart? I say yes, but they've turned down a lot of people. You know what I mean? Casey Martin being one of them.
Yeah.
But,
you would think they'd give that in a heartbeat, just to get people out there. Yeah.
You would think.
All right, so the golf tournament coming up Thursday, December 2nd, 10 a.m. shotgun start, Roebuck Municipal Golf Course, 4-man scramble, $300 per team, $80 per individual. They'll have lunch from Walk-On's Sports Bistro as well. And what's the best way for people to sign up?
Best way is probably to contact me. I can get them all that information. Email address is jcall@jeffersonstate.edu. Also can go to jeffersonstate.edu/golf.
All right, good stuff. Mike, thank you, my man.
Thank y'all.
We appreciate you. All right,
Thank you much.
Jacob, thank you. All right, and get out, support Jeff State Athletics and great fundraising golf tournament coming up again December the 2nd, that Thursday. Hey, I want to tell you about Fully Promoted, and do you struggle with finding new ideas to promote your products? Marketing your business is your organization trying to find those unique items that people would really like to receive and use. In today's competitive business environment, your brand needs to stand out and get noticed. Fully Promoted offers extensive branding, marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They've got local experts specialized putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, and printed materials. They provide access to samples you can actually feel and touch, and also decoration and selection methods, taking your brand to the next level. So call Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430. Mention that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll continue wrapping up hour number 2. Stay with us.
You're listening to the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide sports, Tide 100.9, and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is your big game headquarters all fall long. And with our new fall features, every day is game day at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Try our pregame starters, including our homemade onion strings, always fresh hot lips, and our all-new Buffalo Dip and Chicken appetizer. Our main events include incredible chicken, fish, and shrimp selections, always featuring local Alabama Gulf seafood. And don't forget our Sunday Blitz, 11 to 6. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service, they've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV, make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable, they're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website, TuscaloosaTireandService.com.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at Home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
It takes 2 vaccines to help protect you this season, the flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at the same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccines.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your wipers are streaking. It might be time for a new set. We've got a great deal to help you get the job done and be ready for the weather ahead. Right now, you can get a $15 AutoZone gift card by mail or email when you buy 2 Bosch Envision wiper blades. And we've got even more ways to shop. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
The original stuffed crust from Pizza Hut is so cheesy you'll want to eat it backwards. But what if we played this song backwards?
One topping, just $12.99.
No one out-pizzas the Hut. Ask for a limited time offer. Not available in some locations. Exclusions apply. Extra charge for more toppings and extra cheese.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The weather turning sharply colder this afternoon. Temperatures will fall into the 40s with lingering clouds. For tonight, becoming clear, the low at 34. For tomorrow and Saturday, sunny both days. The high tomorrow 59, Saturday's high at 66. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 58 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Welcome back in. Local Realty, one of our great sponsors, and we just love not only getting them on the show, but we love having them as a sponsor for the last 2 years, almost at least, with Local Realty. Jeremy, Gina Miller, great family and a great team. They want to help you save money when it comes, really make money when it comes to selling your home. Instead of a percentage, they do a flat fee, $2,900 flat fee up to a $500,000 listing. That's what you get through Local Realty. 5-star on Zillow, and that's great testimonials. And again, they've sold thousands of homes, and they can help you sell yours and make money doing it. That is localrealtyflatfee.com, localrealtyflatfee.com for more information.
Texas Tech announcers can't do the game this weekend because they said, well, not so flattering things about the commissioner and the Big 12 during their huge win over Iowa State. They said, Commissioner, the Big 12, they're not going to let us win this game. And they didn't like it very much. Is that extreme?
Yes, that is very extreme. Chris Walsh down in Tuscaloosa at our flagship station, Tide 100.9. Give us your prediction for what transpires at Bryant Denny at 2:30 on Saturday.
CBS is going to make a lot of money. No, I think it's going to be, this game, you mentioned Senior Day, this normally, and I hope we can get back into this as a tradition. I usually try to find like a walk-on to do a profile story on, and, someone who really kind of goes the extra mile. And so if you go, please, the star players, the ones that, that's great and all, but let's celebrate the other guys, the little guys as well, who don't get much playing time. They've had remarkable careers as well. But I think Alabama's going to take care of business against Arkansas, and we're going to be going to Atlanta for the SEC championship game.
Great stuff. Hey, don't forget tonight, Thursday night football at 7:20 p.m. And you got the Falcons and host the Patriots. 4-5 Falcons, 6-4 Patriots. And man, I know the Falcons fans never forget that 28-3 halftime lead.
Wow.
The Brady effect.
They haven't been the same since.
They have not. Hey, have a great day. Thank you for all of you on BamaInsider. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and continue with us there each and every weekday from noon to 2. Also throughout the radio network in Alabama and on the Gulf Coast. From Matt Coulter, Lars Anderson, Jay Barker, from our producer Josh Smith, does a terrific job, and at Tide 100.9 FM, our flagship station. We thank you for joining us each and every day. Be back with us tomorrow for the Friday edition. See you then.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store